Rare images that'll make you say, damn, that's rare. This is an early demo of an AI fire suppression system developed in China. Unlike traditional sprinklers, this AI sprinkler uses smart sensors to monitor slight smoke and temperature changes in real time. This is hands down the coolest thing I've seen all year. Did you know there was such a thing as real-life jousting using actually real equipment? I feel like a kid again. Hot damn. This is a profile of the Komatsu PC-8000, an ultra-class mining machine and one of the largest hydraulic excavators in the world, weighing about the size of 500-pound cars while standing an astounding 31 feet tall. Check out this unique self-pouring liquid known as polyethylene glycol. It possesses an extremely long chain of linked molecules, allowing it to create a self-siphoning effect that pulls it out of the container. This farmer in Brazil uses an agricultural drone to transport himself across his field. I wonder what happens if he mistakenly drops the controller mid-flight. Don't ever try this at home, guys. This historic photo of Italian Navy cadets saying goodbye to their lovers was taken at the Naples docks in 1963 ahead of a voyage to Egypt. So this is really cool. This image captures a moment of traditional Mongolian horse archery, featuring a skilled rider demonstrating the ancient art of shooting arrows while galloping. This recording captured the stunning beauty of the 22,580 aerial drone show in Hefei, China, setting a new Guinness World Record for the most unmanned aerial vehicles airborne at once. This was the precious moment two adventurers spotted and rescued a turtle tangled in a fishing net off the coast of Western Australia that kept it immobile for days. Poor guy, I was so happy watching it swim away. This is an underwater close-up of the complex mouth structure of a sea urchin known as Aristotle's lantern. All I can see is Squidward in that one SpongeBob episode. Watch how this talented high schooler speed paints a complete portrait of Marilyn Monroe in under 5 minutes. And as if this wasn't impressive enough, they did the whole thing completely upside down. Why can't I do cool stuff like this? The only thing I paint is my wife's face with code. One ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. This is the beautiful arrival of the Olympic rings during the 2026 opening ceremony in Milan. A historic addition, as this was the first time the opening was held simultaneously across multiple locations. The Singapore government has implemented a new law mandating the caning of scammers as a deterrent against financial crimes, after a survey revealed a $3.8 billion economic loss to fraudsters between 2020 and 2025. How cool is this? Check out freestyle motocross legend Michael Malero's high-stakes stunt, a maneuver that redefined the technical limits in FMX. Six Flags has just built the world's tallest and longest roller coaster in Saudi Arabia, the park's first venture outside North America. The structure stands 640 feet tall, approximately 2.6 miles long, and moves at speeds of 250 kilometers per hour, the first of its kind. This is a behind-the-scenes look at how the blue lines on an Olympic superpipe are drawn in sync, using pump sprayers filled with blue dye. The lines are a critical safety measure used to aid in depth perception. This is an aerial view of the clear turquoise waters of the Shark Beach in Vavu Tanadu, Maldives. This is probably how it feels to look at the tiramisu on display while in the buffet line when you're lactose intolerant. This was the moment a wolf dog invaded the Winter Olympics women's cross-country skiing race. I love how they're too tired to even give a shit, acting like this is an everyday occurrence. This unique-looking bird is a frillback pigeon, a breed of fancy pigeon known for its distinctive curly feathers. The incredibly charismatic and democratic leader, Kim Jong-un, has chosen his 13-year-old daughter, Kim Joo-ae, as North Korea's next leader. Who knew our favorite communist leader was a girl dad? This by far is one of the craziest talents I have ever seen. I'm genuinely curious. What are the series of events that had to happen for her to discover she had this skill? Ever seen someone die from 172 feet? Well, now you have. Every day we inch closer and closer to a dystopian society. This coffee shop uses cameras and AI to monitor and audit employee productivity, and this isn't half as bad as what y'all are gonna see later in the video. The Atherstone Ball Game is a historic medieval football event played annually on Shrove Tuesday in Atherstone, England. It is one of the oldest and most brutal traditional mob football games still played in the country. The ball is thrown into the crowd at 3 p.m., and the winner is whoever is holding it at 5 p.m. This is what the Chinese New Year's Gala looked like a year ago compared to 2 years.
2 years? What the heck is that?
Oh, you know, like tonight, today, to month, and 2 year.
Now I understand why everyone's been telling me you're special.
This video scratches an itch in my nipples I didn't even know I had. The way he drifts the Mustang so perfectly into a parallel park, superb. I'm wet now. Put your crying panties on, guys. This one's a doozy. This is Punch, a 6-month-old Japanese macaque that was abandoned by his mother shortly after birth. A common yet sad occurrence among first-time, stressed, or low-ranking mothers in macaque troops. And because Punch did not have a mother to cling to for contact comfort, caretakers stepped in to raise him. To ease his loneliness loneliness and anxiety, staff gave him a plush orangutan toy, which he immediately adopted as a surrogate, holding it constantly, sleeping with it, and even using it as a shield when nervous. Fortunately, recent updates show he is starting to interact with other monkeys, even being seen groomed by another. If you thought the coffee shop clip earlier was bad, take a look at this one. This is a real-time transmission of a product ad using AI to add not just the background effects, but her words too. Look at her mouth in these. Absolutely insane. These are the rare and incredibly cute Commerson's dolphins or panda dolphins. Tiny, highly energetic black and white cetaceans known for swimming upside down, surfing waves, and playing in boat wakes. This ominous sea creature looks like Cthulhu come alive. The siphonophore is a rare species only ever captured twice on camera. They are a colonial organism comprised of thousands of specialized units called zooids, each performing a unique function from swimming to capturing prey. Really spooky. So this is really tragic. In 2013, a Florida man, Jeff Bush, was sleeping in his bedroom when a large sinkhole opened up directly underneath his bed, swallowing him and his entire bedroom. His brother heard him scream, but was unable to reach him in time. Bush's body was never recovered. Beluga whales appear ripped or muscular due to prominent ridges of blubber and muscle along their backs and sides, particularly in adults, which act as stabilizers in the absence of a dorsal fin. A damn fish looks more ripped than me. Amazing. Rare images that'll make you say, damn, that's rare. So this is crazy. A student built a real anti-gravity machine using an Arduino. The device functions by creating an acoustic field with high-intensity sound waves that exert enough pressure to counteract gravity. All those big words just to say this machine does what Banshee from the Marvel Comics does. Y'all remember our boy Punch from the previous video? Well, it turns out he's made another friend already. I feel like such a proud monkey dad. These remotely operated units designed for high-risk fires involving extreme heat, toxic gases, and chemical hazards might just be the future of firefighting. The robots can spray water or foam up to a distance of 196 feet without needing to put human lives in danger. This rail line connects the mainland of northern Germany to the Halogen Islands in the North Sea. Now, where have I seen this exact layout before? Imagine losing an Olympic medal because your love noodle came jumbo size. Well, that's exactly what happened to athlete Anthony Ammirati, a pole vaulter who lost because his crotch was so big that it hit the bar. We really got unemployed AI robots before GTA 6. That's crazy. I gotta make sure my wife doesn't see this. I always tell her AI could never take my job. This changes things. This freaking guy, man, he cracks me up every time. I love him so much. Can you imagine the amount of commitment and talent it'd take to pull off the stunts he does? I am thoroughly convinced this is what the peak of human athleticism looks like. This was the moment a hippo flipped a boat in South Africa's flagship reserve, Kruger National Park. I would have absolutely crapped my diapers if that were me. Although the sentiment online is that this is AI, I can assure you it isn't. If you blink, you'll miss it. This insane knockout by Jin Sasaki reminds me too much of that Maki versus Naoya fight from Jujutsu Kaisen, and the speed he'd need to have to pull it off, too. Incredible stuff. This was the moment a liquefied gas tanker truck exploded on a highway in Chile. Authorities reported that the truck driver lost control of the vehicle, which then overturned and struck a median barrier, triggering the massive explosion. Unfortunately, at least 4 people were killed, including the truck driver, and 17 others were injured. This mallard gets taken out by a falcon so fast you literally can't follow it with your eyes. I'm not saying it's a quack or anything, but I think he should have ducked. This guy messed up royally and got pinned by a dominant male orangutan. I knew it was over the moment he gripped his neck. Crazy part is, the orangutan isn't even trying here. These guys are strong enough to rip an entire arm off. Luckily, he survived the ordeal, very shaken but generally unscathed. This is a close-up of how a curling brush melts ice by melting its pebble surface and creating a thin, lubricating layer of water. This was when fans showered 2-time gold medalist Yuzuru Hanyu with hundreds of Winnie the Pooh plush toys after his short program, a tradition born from his lifelong fandom of the character, which he carries as a good luck charm. The plush toys they toss are donated to children's hospitals and charities worldwide. This is the unbroken seal that was on King Tutankhamun's tomb in 1923. Made of rope and clay, it remained untouched for 3,245 years before this photo was taken. I just happened to come across clips of this biker girl, and I gotta say, she's freaking awesome. The amount of skill it'd take to be able to maneuver a motorcycle that's bigger than you, I couldn't do it if I tried. I love her attitude towards the whole thing. Never let anything stand in your way. Subscribe or Toodles will take your bike and your toes.
Why me?
Male bees die while mating with a queen bee due to a rupture of their reproductive organ during ejaculation. This organ is known as the endophallus. Its rupture leads to the drone's death. I call it the old come and go, the shoot and scoot, the dump and jump. I almost had a heart attack the first time I watched this clip, but it's really just a dad doing dad things. This crazy clip shows a doctor performing endoscopy on herself. Endoscopy is a medical procedure where a thin, flexible tube with a camera and light, called an endoscope, is inserted into the body to visualize visualize internal organs and tissues. This allows healthcare professionals to examine, diagnose, and sometimes treat conditions within the body without surgery. Have you ever seen baby meese before? They are called calves and are born remarkably developed in the spring. They are able to stand and walk within minutes of birth and typically stay with their mothers for about a year, learning essential survival skills before being driven off as the mother prepares for her next calf. After a Chinese man's nose was irreparably damaged from infection, his doctors decided to grow a second nose on the man's forehead to replace the original nose. There's something about the way they both avoided each other's kicks and the sportsmanship they show afterwards. So cool. At age 27, Robert Earl Hughes weighed nearly 900 pounds and was still walking with the help of a cane, which makes him the heaviest person in history able to walk. Apparently, the muscle of the human heart is shaped like two spirals. I never knew this before today. I also didn't know it has the ability to continue beating even when disconnected from the body, as long as it has enough oxygen. This is the world's cutest living snowball, the long-tailed tit. They are one of the smallest and cutest birds in Europe. This incredibly rare footage of a leopard and black panther walking side by side was captured in the Kabini Forest, India. These apartments in Japan have trap doors on the balconies that lets you reach the ones below you when you need to escape during an emergency. This is the Roboterra Star 1, the first humanoid robot that can effectively use chopsticks. This robot can pick up dice, serve food, and pour drinks. It has been shown to cook dumplings and steam buns. These images show a ravenous, looming thunderstorm arriving with a very dramatic shelf cloud, captured in Balaton Fenovs, Hungary. Watch as this otter uses the momentum it's built to reach its meal that got stuck high up on the glass. They also have impressive breath-holding abilities, with river otters able to stay underwater for up to 8 minutes. This clip of a Luna moth emerging from its cocoon. They have a unique life cycle, with caterpillars feeding voraciously and adult moths having no mouths and only living to mate. Luna moths are also known for their ability to confuse bats with their long frills, and for being the only moths featured on U.S. postage stamps. Someone found this bizarre two-headed domestic lizard in their house in Pakistan. I'd burn my entire house down afterwards. Absolutely not. This is the suckerfish, also known as the remora, a marine species that uses a suction disc on its head to attach to larger animals like sharks, turtles, and whales, feeding on parasites, dead skin, and leftover scraps from its host.